Gabe wins the puck back. Creek goes to send it up the wall. There's a little scrum. Gabe passes up to Basham. Basham exits the zone but loses the puck. Gabe there to try for it, but Lincoln grabs the puck and enters the zone. Meyer gets a stick on it. Another centering puck to Lincoln. Basham picks it up. Tries to chip up for the breakout, but stripped. Lincoln grabs the puck again. Meyer back behind the net. Sends it. No wing on the boards to get it. That'll end up with an ice. All right, new line. Miller at center. Gillespie and Frericks on wings. Chips the puck up. Takes a look for Miller. Miller misses it through the feet. Miller chasing into the wall. Lincoln gets a piece of it. Miller picks it back up. Takes a look for Frericks, but doesn't quite make it out. Sends out the point. Katie takes a hard shot in, but goes wide. Frericks back behind the net. Net goes off. Net's off. Whistle blown for the net. Miller takes the face-off, wins to Frost. Frost over to Katie. Katie sends a nice hard shot just wide after a tip. Frericks back behind the net. But Lincoln strips the puck. Frost holds the line. And then Lincoln gets it out. Frost there to poke the puck off. Katie into the wall. Bounce the ball up. Lincoln sends it back in the zone. Frost gets the puck, collects, and heads back behind the net. Oh, takes another look back at the wall, but Lincoln holds. Gillespie goes to help bring it out of the zone. And we are in the neutral zone. Miller to Frericks. Picked up by Lincoln. Hard stop. Makes a move. Centers the puck into the zone. Lincoln on a breakaway, but controlled by Moffitt. Grady gets a save. Barry picks the puck up. Chips it up and out and back in. Now it's offsides. All right, Diamond will take the draw. Barry and Ives on wings. Caniglia, Moffitt on D. Moffitt passes the puck up to Barry. But Lincoln throws it into Barry's side. Barry chips it into the zone. Diamond off to chase. Ives is there too. Oh, Lincoln has a hard stop and falls, loses the puck. Line held by Ives. Dumped back behind the net. They hold the line. Moffitt dumps it back in. Lincoln picks up. Chips out to neutral zone. Caniglia holds the line. Gabe scoops the puck up from their feet. Takes a look. Goes to make a pass to Ives, but picked off by Lincoln. Diamond again. Powering through. Lincoln dumps it into the zone. Caniglia goes behind the net. Chips up to Barry. Barry tries to clear, but Lincoln holds. Caniglia back behind the net. Back up to Barry on the wall. Oh, but poked off the net. Over to Simpson. Up to Ives. Ives hits Lincoln player in the helmet, and then they change. Lincoln goes to collect in their zone behind the net. Meister comes out hard. Takes a look. There it is. Meister goes for a wraparound goal, bounce off Lincoln's pads. Basham there to try to get a redirect, but the goalie scoops it up. We've got to start making centering passes. These wraparound goals do not work. Miller wins the puck. Basham sends a puck on net. And Lincoln is able to cover. Miller takes the draw. Goes to Basham in a scrum for the puck. Comes off on his stick. Sends a puck to the center. Lincoln able to cover. Back to the faceoff. Wins back to Meyer. Meyer takes a hard shot. Blocked by Lincoln. Creek sends another hard shot on net. Scooped up by Miller, who backhands toward the goal, and it ends up covered. Good pressure. Great zone time here for the Junior Lancers. Miller takes the draw again. Lincoln powers through, brings it out of the zone. Meyer there to try to break it up, but Lincoln still attacks. Broken off. Basham tries to make a pass to Miller, but it bounces off a Lincoln defender. Basham back through the neutral zone. Up the wall, centers the puck, but just misses off of a skate from Lincoln. So Lincoln comes through the neutral zone, passes up through the skates, and ends up. Grady Macheda makes a poke check and has a player in the net. The net is off, so they blow the whistle. Great poke by Grady. Keeps Lincoln out of the net on that breakaway. New line. That'll be Diamond at center, Oresby and Frericks at wings, Katie and Frost on D. Dumped out. Frericks picks the puck up. Backhand center, but picked up by Lincoln. Frost goes to break up the play. Wall chip up the boards by Lincoln. Enters the zone. Frericks makes the backhand pass out of the zone. Diamond scoops. Chips past Lincoln, but Lincoln holds. Sends it back to the neutral zone. Katie throws the puck back in and offsides. Lincoln wins the faceoff. Back to Moffitt. Moffitt passes up to Miller. Offsides. Puck one back to Moffitt. Moffitt dumps it in. Miller chases. Back behind the net. Lincoln goes to scoop out and is successful. Moffitt plays out defense. Skates the puck up and dumps it back into Miller, who attacks. Barry got a stick on it, into Miller, back out to the neutral zone, over to Caniglia, over to Moffitt. Moffitt sends it back in deep. Lancers chase. Scoops through all three Junior Lancers. Back out to the zone, and Lincoln is coming with speed. Grady plays the puck over to the side. Up to Miller. Back in for the Lincoln team. Lincoln centers, scooped by Ives. Lincoln centers the puck. Caniglia is able to get a stick on it, sending it out of the zone. Almost. Barry up the wall. Over to Miller, who turns and heads to the net. Does his little spin move. Over to Ives, who just barely misses the... Barry on the back wall, fighting for the puck. Lincoln shoots it back up. Breaks out of the zone. Pretty hard pass out. Looks like it's going to be... Oh, they're calling no ice. Creek scoops the puck up, chips at the wall. And the puck is lost. Meyer back behind the net. Takes a look on the wall, scooped out. Up to Miller, but Lincoln holds the line. Lincoln gets a nice little backhand shot, but wide. Ives gets a stick on it. Throws it up to Miller. Miller out of the zone. That'll be an ice. The boys will need a change.
I'm trying to watch and I keep forgetting about that damn camera.
It's tough. It's tough to do it both. I tried to do it all at once and not happening. Are you on the mic too? From the penalty box? Might have a second commentator from the penalty box. Puck behind the net. Simpson comes to take out. Over to the wall. But Lincoln's able to stop the progression. Simpson back behind the net. No. Works the wall. Kicks the puck up to Meister, who's swinging a whiff. Gets stuck in Meyer's skate. And now we're moving the puck back out. Almost out of the zone. Now we're out there. Diamond skates the puck in. Makes a low shot that is blocked by a Lincoln goalie. Lincoln comes back out for the... and Lincoln coming with speed. Katie able to hold the line. Keep it in the neutral zone. Meister powers through. Keeps it in the attack zone. Tries to center, but it ends up around the wall. Basham goes back to help. Looks for the centering pass. And it is bounced out front to Lincoln. Lincoln scoops up. Sends it back out. Meister collects and re-enters the zone. Dances at the blue line, which causes offsides. You got to get the puck in the zone before you start playing with it. We had plenty of room, too. Oh, well. All right, new line. Miller out. Take the draw. Wins back, but Lincoln is definitely putting the pressure on him. Katie back to get the puck. Passes up to Varespi to get the puck out. Lincoln back in the zone. Katie collects behind the net. Sends it back around the wall, but Varespi had just gone a little off. Lincoln holds the line. Varespi pokes up past. And we get Miller on a breakaway. Who gets a trip? And over to Frericks. Frericks makes a nice hard shot into the goalie's chest as he makes a sliding save. But Miller draws a penalty. They'll be on the power play. Miller will take the draw. Lincoln with too many men. Caniglia makes a nice hard shot, but wide of the net. Moffitt goes in, plays it up front to Varespi. Varespi out to Caniglia. Caniglia sends one thrown in, but off of Frerick's skate. Frericks goes hard into the corner to get the puck. Frericks passes out. Oh, not quite. Getting worked in the corner. Looking for a nice long pass over to Miller. Miller settles it down. Takes a nice hard shot. Frericks just not quite there, but almost. Miller back behind the net. Stops the puck. Lincoln scoops it up. Trying to make a clearing pass. Out to Moffitt. Moffitt takes a look. Over to Caniglia. Caniglia sends a nice hard shot, but blocked by the defender. Miller recollects. Playing hard for it. Working hard on it. And Lincoln gets a chance to clear the puck. Scooped back up by Frericks, who re-enters the zone. Takes a shot and knocks the stick out of the Lincoln defender. Line held by Moffitt. Moffitt back in the corner. Frericks is getting there. Puck goes out to Caniglia. Caniglia makes a little chip pass out, but leaves the zone. Moffitt able to at least get some pressure on him. Caniglia able to get a stick on it. Makes it clear. We're out of the zone. Miller back with the puck. Entering the zone, looking for Frericks. Oh, spin pass. Blocked by the Lincoln defender. Barry comes out to help. Line held by Myers. Meyer makes a nice hard shot, blocked by the Lincoln goalie. Frericks taking a look. Makes a pass out to the point. Meyer makes another pass over to Miller. Miller taking a look at who he can get it to, but blocked by the defender. Lincoln back out in the zone. Takes a nice high shot. Grady makes a little save, dumps the puck back out to Meyer. Meyer throws up the wall. Barry's able to get a stick on it, but not quite bring it out of the zone. Lincoln going back for a shot. Back behind the net. 18 seconds left. Grady makes another save and covers the puck. 13 seconds left in the period.
Keep going up and down.
That's all right. All right, puck one back to Simpson. Simpson takes a look. Up the wall to Barry. Barry tries to help out, but just not get a stick on it. Lincoln dumps back in. Meyer tries to clear the zone, but Lincoln holds the zone. And that is the end of the first period. The score is 0-0. All right, second period starting up. Will be Diamond at center, Barry and Ives on wings, Frost and Katie to start on D. Diamond wins the puck. Lincoln collects, but Diamond back in the zone. Makes a centering pass to Ives. He tries to pull it on his backhand, but Lincoln collects, heads back behind the net. She tries to chip out. Oh, and they're past Katie. Frost is there to help. Frost goes back behind the net. Nope, decides to go the other direction based on what he sees. Diamond out to Ives. Ives gets on a one-on-one. Able to pass the defender. Send a high shot on net. Diamond misses the swing. Barry not able to settle it down in time. Back in the corner. Ives goes to... Oh, puck gets pucked out by Lincoln. They're on their way out of the zone. Let's see what happens. And it is out of the zone. Katie goes to collect the puck. Able to stop Lincoln. Barry gets the puck. Goes to enter the zone. Takes a dump in the corner and change. Ives sends out to the point. Katie collects. Over to Frost, who's narrow. Between them and Miller are able to keep it in the zone. Miller goes to play it, but unable to. Katie chasing back. Frost right on there. Frost provides enough pressure to help Grady out. Grady saves the puck and then covers.
I'm sorry, I was watching the game.
Frost is able to collect or get back and help. That extra pressure made Lincoln fumble. Miller will take the draw. Puck back behind the net. Meister is waiting on the wall for it. Chips it back behind. Basham collects. Goes to take a look. But Lincoln gets a stick on it. Basham has it. Up to Miller. Miller's waiting for it. We got to get skating to the puck. Miller makes a chip up to Meister, who's waiting for it. Everyone's reaching for the puck. Lincoln is able to get a stick on it. Bring it out into the neutral zone. Moffett able to send the puck up. Caniglia goes to hold the line, and he does. Sends it back in. Over to Meister. Meister to Basham, but broken up by a stick. Basham sends it back into the corner. Miller collects. Makes a move. Tries to send it out to the point. But Caniglia not able to hold the point. Caniglia goes to bring it out while we wait. Onsides. Everyone enters the zone again. Miller goes hard into the corner. Collects the puck. Almost tripped. Dances with the puck. Throws the puck in net. Missed. And missed a tap in off the goalie. And Basham sends the puck into the goalie's chest, which lands in his pads. So it is still 0-0. Lancers are getting chances. Just nothing's quite happening yet. And Diamond will take the draw. Back to point, Creek. Who's going to skate up, takes a look, makes a pass. And Lincoln collects to send it out of the zone, but Diamond's there to put pressure on him. Marespi out to Frericks, who almost gets it, just a little late on it, but almost there. Lincoln carries into the neutral zone. Simpson takes the puck. Dances around. And back up to Frericks and Diamond. But Lincoln gets a poke. Nope, now it's back in the Lincoln zone. Frericks plays hard for it, but not able to collect. Gets chipped out to the zone, but Lincoln, the Junior Lancers are able to hold the line, keep the puck in their zone. Meyer chips it back up. Centering pass, but nothing there. Lincoln is able to break up most of their stuff in front of the net. Back out to point. Meyer not there to help collect. He was too far into the center. Lincoln is outrunning us. But we put some pressure on him, and Meyer able to collect and stop the Lincoln player from his breakaway. Oh, just a little bit of a tap. Kept in the zone. Diamond throws it back behind the net. Simpson back to collect it. See where it's going. Pass up to Varespi. But just out of reach. Lincoln sends a shot wide. Back around the back of the net. Simpson collects. Takes a look. Up to Varespi, who's going fast. Enters the zone with Frericks and Diamond. Takes a shot off the back of the goal. And it is back up to the point where the Lancers hold. Send it back around the back of the net. Collected by Varespi. Sends out to Simpson. Who sends it back to Varespi. Who throws it toward the net. Diamond just barely able to poke it back behind the net. Recollect. Barry goes in to help pressure. Diamond there with it. Barry comes back to the front of the net. Diamond's got the puck. Frost over to Simpson. Simpson takes a little bit of a poke. Looking for a harder shot, but ends up throwing it into the zone. It still works out. Barry misses his swing. Lincoln carries the puck out. Simpson takes a look over to Frost. Frost over to Miller, but it's coming slow. We got to be. There we go, up to Varespi. Varespi makes a move over to Barry, who just barely misses. Lincoln back into the zone. This is a back and forth game for sure. Miller plays the puck up, carries into the zone, makes a centering pass, but no one there to collect. Barry goes back to help play D. But Lincoln is outrunning him. Gets a shot on net. Oh, Frost throws the puck into the corner. Katie's out with the puck. Up to Ives off his skate, though, and leaves it behind. Lincoln then enters the zone. Barry pokes the puck, but not fast enough to get back on it before Lincoln carries it into the zone. Makes a move, and Grady is able to glove the puck. Slow this stuff down. Try to get a hold of it. The Lancers are there, but they're looking for the passes, and I appreciate it, but we're just not quite connecting. Hopefully over the next few minutes they'll get it figured out. Miller will take the draw. Lincoln wins back to the point, but it's fumbled by the defender, who makes a move and dumps the puck up to Frost. Frost collects, chips a little puck through the zone into the Lincoln zone. Very on him. Miller able to hold the line. Over to Katie. Katie makes a nice hard shot, but the glove by the Lincoln goaltender, that was a close one. We'll get a line change. Diamond will take the draw. One to Teagan. Teagan back behind the net. Puck gets smashed out to Caniglia. Caniglia sends it across the ice to Moffitt. Moffitt gets a nice little throw on it, but no one there to deflect it. Teagan collects, gives it back to Caniglia. Caniglia takes a look, but sends it back behind the net. Meister goes to collect in center, but misses the tap. Out to Moffitt, who holds the line. Back to Lincoln. Lincoln takes a look, starts to skate through the neutral zone. Enters on sides, but Lancers are all there to stop. Very weak shot from Lincoln, but Grady's able to cover it. It went wide, just slow everything down. We'll have a new line change here. Miller will take the draw. And one to Frericks, who still has the puck, leaves his own, still has the puck. He's getting pressured hard, and the Lincoln goaltender misses, but not able to quite make it on his second tap. Meyer able to hold the line, throws the puck in. Lincoln gets a tap on it. Meyer takes it again, throws it against the boards on the side. Picked up by Frericks. Back to Simpson, back to Frericks, who's taking a look. Oh, over to Miller, who just can't stop the pass, but that was a beautiful setup. Miller goes to fake out in the back, draws a trip, but no trip is called. Out to Simpson. Simpson over to Meyer. Meyer takes a nice low shot that gets tipped up, and the Lincoln goaltender gets a stick on it. Oh, it's out front, bouncing around. And Lincoln able to clear it out from the front of their net. Lancers are putting a hell of a lot of pressure on it, doing very well. Frericks gets a piece of it and sends it out of the zone. Miller taps it up, enters the zone, but Lincoln is able to be there a little quicker. They bring it out with some speed. Up the wall, held by Meyer. Meyer chips it back down. Frericks into the corner. The ref causes some little interference there. Miller gets a piece of it, takes a look. Out to point, over to point. Meyer gets a piece of it. Makes a nice hard, low slap shot. Collected by Frericks and in the net.
That's a goal.
Yeah. Called the goal. So that would be Meyer. Nice hard shot. Goes off the defender, or the goalie. Scooped up by Frericks and thrown just around the pads. Lancers are up 1-0. This is a very competitive game, and it's been a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
My man.
Our standard cameraman is back.
Yep, get me out of here.
He made it back from his hockey game just a little bit ago. Ives collects the puck to Frost. Frost up to Barry. Barry goes to go up against Lincoln. Diamond comes out with the puck, and now Lincoln's got the puck. Barry makes a slap on it, hard enough to knock the player over. Diamond back into the corner. Lincoln throws it up, but held by Katie. Katie gets a stick on it. No one's quite got it. Lancers are all bundled up in one spot. Diamond back out. Ives out front. Looking for the pass out front. Diamond dancing around with the puck, but sends it back against the back of the net. Lincoln collects. Throws the puck up. Katie gets a nice hard shot back into the zone. Lincoln goes to throw the puck out of the zone, and it is not able to leave. Oh, now it is. Lincoln through the neutral zone. Katie gets a tap on it. Nice play. Collected back by Ives and sent back in. It's a lot of back and forth. No one's quite wanting to carry the puck long enough. A lot of taps. Ives taps back to the neutral zone. Diamond back in, going hard, but he looks tired. Barry collects the puck and throws it in. Lincoln back behind the line. Katie takes a step up to stop it. Nice hard shot blocked by the goalie. Meister back behind the net, collects, centers it out front, but not quite enough. Lincoln gets a stick on it. Lincoln goes to leave the zone, but Diamond able to collect. Now a little scrum over it, over to Basham. Basham hits the back of the net. Meister goes back to help, recenters the puck, but Lincoln's stick is in the way. Lincoln goes to make some moves, but Basham able to put some pressure on him. Meister over there. Katie takes a nice step up to hold the line. Miller comes back to help out and keeps the line. Tap back into Meister. Meister goes back. Lincoln's fighting him for it. Meister centers it, but Lincoln smashes it back behind the net. Miller out to, or Meister out to Miller. Oh, had a hell of a glove save from Lincoln. Miller had a nice little slap shot one-timer. All right, Miller will take the draw. Caniglia, Moffat on D. Basham. And Meister still on wing. Meister gets it to Caniglia. Caniglia sends one from the point. Collected by Miller. We got two guys in the corner and he's spread out. Miller dancing around with the puck. Back out to Caniglia. Out to Moffat. Moffat sends a nice hard shot. Tipped by Meister, but into the goalie's face mask, it looked like. But that was deflected into the corner. Out to Basham. Basham behind the net to Miller. Miller misses. Moffat goes to hold the line and does. And again, back behind the net to Meister. Meister collects. Makes a nice high shot out to Caniglia. Caniglia taps it back in the corner for Basham to go retrieve. Basham dances past some players. Tries to throw out front, but there's too many sticks in the way. These passes aren't quite breaking through. Lincoln's got a pretty good hold on their defense in front of the net. Lincoln collects into the neutral zone. That's been a lot of zone play for the Junior Lancers. That is the end of the period. 1-2-0. Junior Lancers lead. Late to the mic, having a chat. Third period starts. Diamond takes the second draw for the period. Out to Meyer. Over to Rome. Verespi. Verespi sends a puck centered by Diamond. Diamond gets a high stick to the face, but no call. Frericks out to Verespi. Verespi fires, but too many bodies in front. Lincoln is definitely keeping the house protected. Again, Verespi sends a puck out front, gloved by the Lincoln goaltender. They are having a hell of a game. Plenty of shots being fired, but that kid has a good glove hand. New line. Miller comes out with Barry and Ives on wings. One back to Frost. Frost. But it squeaks through. Katie goes to collect and dump. Back behind the boards to Miller. Miller sends it back. He's dancing with it and throws a puck high over the goalie's shoulder. Misses it with his glove this time, and that is 2-0. Lancers to Lincoln. So that would be Miller collects it in the corner and goes and gets his own goal. I'm not sure I'd give an assist on that. Miller wins the puck back to Frost. Frost goes to collect. Throws it up the wall into the Lincoln skates. Barry back with the puck. Takes a look. Back around. He's shouldered off the puck. But their player can't control his own skates. And Ives is back to help. Throws it out front, but no one's there. Barry sends it back to point. Frost back to Barry. Barry collects. Throws to Miller. Miller goes around the net. Still taking a look. What gives it to Katie. Katie dumps it back. Ives back on the wall to help. Out to Miller. Miller tries to make a move, but Lincoln breaks it up. Ives gets the puck. Goes to throw out front to Miller. Miller, but blocked by the Lincoln defender. Back to William Miller. Still got the puck. Katie comes to help hold the line. Lincoln collects. Barry gets his feet on it. Stops it from leaving the zone. Gives it back to the Lincoln defender, who sends it back up through the neutral zone. Lincoln carries it through, but offsides because he dances too long at the point. He loves making those extra moves at the blue line. Too much stick handling. He's very, very upset Lincoln player, despite the fact that he's the reason it's offsides. Basham trying to carry it up through, but Lincoln recollects, heads into the zone. Pressured by the Lancers. Moffitt goes behind the net. Passes it up to Meister, who gets it over to Diamond. Out to Basham, who, if he can get it, will end up on a breakaway. Centers the puck up, but stopped by the Lincoln defender. Puck gets centered out. Not able to get a stick on it. So it collected by Moffitt. Moffitt takes a look. Hard pass at the wall to Meister. Meister whiffs on the puck thrown in. Diamond collects it. Helps get in the zone. Meister on the wall fighting over it. Moffitt outside the zone. Collected by Diamond. Diamond skates it in. But pressured by three players. Basham goes to look. Oh, it looks beautiful, but it comes back to Moffitt. Moffitt gets a nice hard shot that hits Diamond in the shoulder. Puck ends up in the corner. Meister's dancing with the puck in the corner. Lincoln gets the pressure on it. He almost gets it out, but Basham gets a stick on it. Back in. Oh, missed by Diamond, just barely. Lincoln collects. Diamond puts pressure on him to keep him in check. Toe drag from Lincoln. Moffitt gets a piece of it and sends it out of the zone. Collected by Basham. Basham through the neutral zone. Into the zone. Tries to make a pass to Meister, but blocked by the Lincoln defender. Lincoln has their sticks where they need to be today, boys. They are blocking up most of the stuff. Frericks goes to try to enter the zone. Broken up. Frericks recollects. Brought back to Basham's forehand, who flicks the puck just past the net. Frericks makes a backhand pass out front, but not able to collect. Meister gets a piece of it. Lincoln carries through the neutral zone. Meyer skating forward, but blocks the puck. Meyer picks it up. Headed into the attack zone, makes a pass, but Meister was offsides. I was going to say that. Meister was off. Meyer tried to make a pass, but not quite soon enough for the boys as they enter the zone. It's a good try. Miller will take the face-off. Wins back, but Lincoln reaches through him over to Meyer. Meyer to Simpson. Simpson to Ferris. Looking very pretty with the passes over to Varespi. Miller back behind the net to collect. Gives a pass back to the point to Creek. Creek to Meyer. Meyer makes a move. Throws a nice hard puck. And Miller gets a stick on it as it tries to roll by, and they get a little poke into the net. That goaltender is working his butt off and doing a great job, but they were just able to squeak one past. That was some of the best passing we've seen this weekend, right there. Miller takes the draw, wins back to Meyer. Meyer lifts on it, but able to collect back over to Simpson. Simpson up to Frericks. Frericks enters the zone, but Lincoln pokes it off his puck. Frericks tries to collect again. Up to Lincoln. Creek trying to get it out. Offsides for Lincoln. It's 3-0. Junior Lancers over the Stars. Lincoln Stars. Period 3, 7 minutes left. Diamond wins forward. Past the Lincoln defender. Enters the zone. Dives there with Barry as well. But a very light tap out. Stopped by Lincoln. Lincoln sends it out. Katie gets it. Dumps it back behind to Diamond, who's there to wait for it. Loses his stick, but still able to collect the puck. Dumps it out front. Lincoln able to get it around. Barry goes to the corner to help. Frost holds the line. Sends it back deep. Barry knocks it down. Lincoln collects. Lincoln tries to throw it back out the same way they came. Frost able to get a stick on it. Makes a nice hard shot, but blocked by the Lincoln defender. Barry picks it back up. Goes to the wall. Still has it. Over to Diamond. Diamond takes another look. Barry needs to start moving. Out to point to Frost, who tries to make a pass. Oh, but he's still able to poke it off the stick. Frost is having a hell of a game today at defense. I love it. And they're offsides because the kid calling for the puck enters the zone before. And now they're mad at each other. This is getting to be a comedy of errors for them. Looks to be one. Frost going to chip it up through the neutral zone. Over to Lincoln collects. Takes to try to throw it up, but Basham there to block that. And back out by Lincoln. Frost sends it over to Basham. Basham backhands up to Miller. Miller enters the zone. Tries to do a toe drag, but blocked by Lincoln. Katie dumps it back behind. Luckily, Meister's back there to help. Tries to make a centering pass, but it bounces back behind the net. Lincoln throws it out, but blocked by Basham again, and Frost is unable to stop it from leaving. Frost is having a heck of a long shift. Tipped by Miller, so no offsides. Meister collects. Throws it up high, but not quite on net. Lincoln collects and carries out of the zone. Pressured by Frost. Lincoln throws the puck. Almost there, but Grady was reading them, but they weren't able to connect. And the puck ends up behind the net. Lancers push it out, up to Basham. Basham to Miller. Miller, still able to stay on sides, but they are way too close. Fighting over. Miller makes a little poke, and Basham there to collect the garbage. Nothing wrong with a little trash collecting. And that's why we're there for the rebounds.
Nice broken play.
Yeah. Those two boys were glued together for a short bit. Able to break up just to help each other. So Miller will get the shot. Bounced off the Lincoln goaltender. Poked in by Basham. 4-0. Junior Lancers over Lincoln. 4:45 left in the third. Poked forward by Diamond. Collected by Lincoln. Frericks is there to try to break it up. Unable to. Moffitt goes to the wall. Chips it up into the neutral zone. Lincoln chasing back down to collect. It'll be all icing. No one able to touch it before the zone. Diamond will take the draw. Wins the puck. Smashes it back behind. Frericks goes to make the play, but tripped. Frericks still almost with the pass, but just skates past it just a little bit. Lincoln makes a shot. Grady covers. It'll be another face-off in the Junior Lancer zone. Frericks pokes the puck back to Caniglia, who's able to send it up to Diamond. Diamond tries to play through, but Lincoln holds the line. Back into the corner. Caniglia throws it up the wall. Varespi collects and heads back behind the net. Goes to take a look for the breakout. Over to Frericks. Frericks out. Makes a nice pass over to Diamond. But Lincoln able to get a stick on it. Like I said, they have had their sticks everywhere we don't want them. Frericks gets the puck. Makes a pass over to Diamond. Diamond able to... not quite able to scoop it far enough, but makes a little tip. Ends up in front of the goaltender, who covers. Miller will take the face off. One back to Barry. Barry takes a look. Takes a nice hard throw to Ives, but it ends up wide of the goal. Ives back to Barry. Barry takes a look. Out front. Goaltender able to poke it out front. Ives recollects. Over, out to the point. Meyer skates in. Takes a nice hard shot. Oh, ramped up into the goaltender's face mask, but back behind the net. Miller back there to help fight. Ives is back there too. We're all kind of clustered. Miller able to win the puck back. Kind of struggling with it in the corner. And makes a chip pass out, but no one there to help. The wings are all in front of the net. Creek goes to step up. Barry holds the line, but Lincoln able to kick it through. Meyer there coming in to help stop. Lincoln sends a hard shot wide of the net, but is able to collect. Make another shot on net. Creek able to kick it back behind the net and go to collect. Up to Miller. Miller back behind the net. Chips the wall. Barry not quite where he needs to be for the pass. Over to Meyer. Meyer sends it out. Miller just barely gets a piece of it. Out skating the Lincoln team into the zone. Barry there to... Nope, coming back. Frost is there. Barry gets in the way. Barry headed to the bench. Ives throws into Miller. Miller goes for the attack, but broken up, sent to the corner. Meister out, sitting out front, waiting for it. Ives takes a look. Hard pass to Meister. Meister sends a nice hard pass or shot into the Lincoln defender. Good block. Ives is trying to make one last shot before he leaves the ice. Frost throws the puck on net, and the Lincoln goaltender covers. Despite the score, this is actually a very competitive game. Lincoln doesn't have quite as much zone time, but they're definitely getting their sticks on it and getting it out of the zone. It's been pretty good. Lincoln up the wall. Katie holds. Katie chips. Diamond collects. Throws the puck across ice to Teagan, who can't quite settle it down, but still he makes a frustrated motion with his head, but that's all right. Lincoln collects. Goes to skate out of the zone. Frost is there to deflect it a little. Slows him down. Recollects the puck. Heads into the zone. Chips up the wall. Frost on. Frost is a speedy little guy for sure. There he is. And feisty. Look at him fighting in the corner for it. There he pokes it out to Teagan. Teagan not quite there to collect. Puck goes out. Lincoln enters the neutral zone, but blocked by Frost. Frost come back from Diamond on it. Gets it in, heads into the zone around the corner. They're calling for it. Back to point. Frost. Frost dumps it back to Diamond. They're right. It's like they're connecting perfect with each other. Frost goes to Diamond chips it back up over to Frost. Frost dumps it back in, but Lincoln able to collect, but not get it out of the zone. Meister to Diamond. Diamond misses. Picked up by Meister. Lincoln's still fighting over it. Like I said, Lincoln sticks is everywhere they need it to be to stop our plays and our stuff, but they're not able to get enough on it to get it out of the zone. Lincoln back around the line with Diamond back to help. Teagan collects. Takes a look, little chip past the diamond, but not enough. And Lincoln ices the puck to give themselves a little reprieve. It was a long shift.
Let's run it.
And that will be the end of the game, 4-0. Junior Lancers over Lincoln. It was a great game.